Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. Stephanie D. Barnes, CEO of C-Suite Women's Network, where I help women and a few good men to be the CEOs of their lives so they can be better CEOs in their businesses. And today I am pleased to complete the series, Being a Badass CEO, Releasing Yourself from the Traps That Trap You in Mediocrity. And this is so important that we develop a mindset that propels us into excellence rather than one that traps us in mediocrity. And over the course of this series, we've talked about when we give people the peace sign instead of giving them the middle finger, meaning we are allowing others to rob us of our peace by meeting their expectations rather than advocating to live the expectations that we set for ourselves. We've also learned about, how sometimes we just need to say F it and stop trying to fit in because we weren't meant to fit in. We were meant to be extraordinary, meaning we were meant to be the extra that we are to transcend the ordinary and have a fabulous career, life, and business. And I also told you need to do it till you're satisfied. Don't be afraid to do it. Just try, and don't be afraid to do it because no one else hasn't done it. That means it's waiting on you to be the one to do that thing. And on the segment before this, we talked about taking yourself off mute. You need to make some noise. You need to tell your story. And sometimes you need to kick over some tables, meaning you need to embrace disruption as the elevation that gets you to the next level. Well, in completing this series, I want to leave you with this. You need to give up the monkey. Many times we are carrying someone else's monkey. Now, you've heard about it, the proverbial monkey on the back, right? People put monkeys on your back so that they can shift their discomfort, their desires, or their lack of desire onto you. And you know what? I always think if you're going to carry an animal on your back, it ought to be a full-length mink. Don't carry around someone else's monkeys because monkeys don't make good coats, right? So when someone tries to dull your shine, when someone tries to project their insecurities, when someone tries to project their discomfort or their fear onto you, give them the monkey back. Because you are not responsible for anyone else's success, nor are you responsible for anyone else's failure. Because many times people don't want to be accountable to themselves. They don't want to be accountable for their own excellence. They don't want to be accountable for their own actions, and they want to push back that responsibility to you. Well, you know what? When they do that, you need to be responsible for the one person that you're responsible for, and that's you. Because you can't change another human being. You can influence them through your behaviors and your actions, but ultimately they're responsible for their own actions and they need to carry their own monkey. Carrying someone else's monkey also includes, when you allow others to take credit for what you do. And this is not about getting accolades as much as it is being valued for what you do. When you show up in excellence, you need to take responsibility for that and own that and be proud of it and walk majestically in it. Because sometimes, we are afraid of our own success. We are afraid that, if I show up in excellence this time, the expectation is going to be that I always show up in excellence. And you know what? You're right. And the thing is, that's what you deserve. You do not deserve to live a life of mediocrity. You do not deserve to perform at a mediocre level. You deserve to perform in excellence. I remember talking to a colleague a couple of years ago after he had been promoted in his company. And he had worked very hard to get the promotion. And in fact, he started with the company and 6 months later, he was promoted from like a manager position at a local area, a local division, to a regional vice president position. in 6 months. And he had performed so well and at such a high level of excellence that he made company history with his promotion. But when he got the promotion, he began to worry, okay, how am I going to continue this level of excellence? Now everybody's going to expect me to do things at this level and everything. And you know what? Yes, that is the expectation. But you know what else? Yes, he was totally capable of doing that. And the thing is this, don't be afraid of your own success. Don't create a monkey that doesn't need to be there. So sometimes you need to get the monkey off your own back, the monkey of your fear of your own success. Because the thing is, once you have achieved at a certain level of excellence and you have achieved something, you can replicate that, you can expand that, because now you have a blueprint for how to do it. And it's going to be easier this time around because you've got some experience behind that excellence. And while you may have to transform it in another area and you may have to stretch yourself beyond your comfort zone, you have a blueprint for how to do it. So do it big, do it at an excellent level, and go on and be the badass CEO that you are. So here's the thing that I want you to do. Commit to getting the monkey off your back. Give other people their monkeys back. And for goodness sake, don't put a monkey on your own back by being afraid of your own success. I would love to help you to cultivate your plan for how you are going to be a badass CEO. Please go over to www.discovertheceoinyou.com. Again, that's www.discovertheceoinyou.com, and sign up for a free strategy session where we can talk about how you are going to get rid of your monkey and instead create a plan for how you are going to get into your C-suite and how you are going to create the life you desire and deserve. I hope that you have enjoyed this series, Being a Badass CEO, releasing yourself from the traps that trap you into mediocrity. And I hope that I have said something that has inspired you, maybe made you a little mad, but hopefully, most of all, something that has evoked in you a desire to get off of your mediocrity and into your zone of excellence, because you deserve to be a badass. You weren't meant to be mediocre, and it's time for you to step up and release yourself from those traps that are trapping you in mediocrity. I look forward to seeing you in the C-suite. This is Dr. Stephanie D. Barnes, CEO of C-Suite Women's Network, where I help women and a few good men to be the CEOs of their lives so they can be better CEOs of their businesses. And I believe that your life is the product of your choices. So choose to be a CEO. And don't just be any kind of CEO. Choose to be a badass CEO. I look forward to seeing you in your C-suite.